Hi students, this is Miss Paulson with a lesson about classical music. Today, as you listen to this lesson, just so you know, the program I use does cut me off after 15 minutes. So for any reason we get cut off abruptly, it's okay. It just means that the video program I'm using just cut me off. I'm going to try to speak quickly but clearly, and if I ever go too fast, remember this is a video. You can always rewind, and that's totally okay. We have been learning about classical music, and right now specifically classical music during the Romantic period. The Romantic period is this chunk between 1800-ish to 1910-ish, where music moves from being kind of traditional and predictable into a time where music is unpredictable. It's very dramatic, expressive, emotional, all sorts of words. And before we listen to any music, I want to show you this art. This is the art of Claude Monet. If you don't know, Monet was this very, very famous French Impressionist painting. And when he painted, he was really focused on light and the way the light can transform scenes, and how if he were to paint this picture and the brightness of day, it would be a totally different picture than this one where it's clearly kind of a sunset twilight feel. You'll notice in his paintings, there's almost something that feels dreamy and moody, and just there's such a emphasis on the different colors. Now, I'm going to give you a weird challenge. I want you in your head to think, if someone is painting these paintings during the Romantic period, what do you think people were writing in terms of music? If this was the art at the time, what was the music at the time? Picture in your head, think in your head, what do you think the music would sound like? I will play it, and I'm curious to hear if this sounds the way you expect it. Take a listen. I will pause here. Now, of course, in this lesson, I can't actually hear you or know exactly how you heard this piece of music. So instead, I'll share that for me, when I see this art, it goes along really well with this music. They don't seem different from each other. They seem really the same. I look at this picture and how there's no harsh lines. Everything's kind of blurry. And that music to me has a blurriness to it. It doesn't feel harsh or pushy in any way. And the way it feels kind of dreamlike reminds me of this picture here, where there's something about it that it doesn't feel like real life, but kind of the idea of real life. So for me, my reaction is these paintings and the music, they go together really well. But it could be in your brain, it's totally different. Either way is absolutely okay. That music you just heard was by Claude Debussy. We talked about him in our last lesson, so I'll breeze past it. He was basically a French composer influenced by Japanese and Russian sounds. His music, just like those paintings we saw, is dreamlike, moody, colorful. And he was influenced by the art of Impressionists. He kind of, instead of using a paintbrush like like Monet used, he instead used his music to make his type of art. Now we're going to move on to somebody very different, but who in a way did something similar. This person, sorry if you heard that noise, it was my upstairs neighbor. We are going to listen to a piece of music that took someone's art and they changed it into music. This man you see here, his name was Mussorgsky. He was a Russian composer. He saw the art of his friend, Victor Hartmann, and he loved his art. He loved it and decided, I am going to make a piece of music, or actually several pieces of music, to go with his paintings. Now, I'm going to show you a piece of this exhibition. I'm going to show you an art piece, and I want you to look at it, and you'll see it's kind of weird. If you look, you see a bunch of, it looks like people inside of chicken eggs wearing chicken costumes, kind of, and that looks like a real chicken. It's very strange looking. In your head, I want you to predict, will this sound like the music we heard earlier? And if it doesn't sound like that, what do you think it'll sound like? Predict in your head, what do you think the music for this piece of art will sound like? All right, I'm going to play it. I'm curious if it matches what you heard or what you imagined. Now I'm going to play that entire piece of music for you. It's a very weird piece of music called The Ballet of Unhatched Chickens. And it's very strange sounding, but I think that goes perfectly with this piece of art. If you look here, we're going to actually have two pages, one here, and we will go back to the A. The form of this piece will be A, B, and A. Keep in mind when you see these two dots, with the lines, it means you have to go back again. Your job is to track this with your finger or the cursor on your screen. It will go by very fast. It's going to be like do, 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 do. So be ready and just do your best. If you get lost, no big deal. Here is the Ballet of Unhatched Chickens. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back here. Two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. Next page. Go back. And it'll want to keep going. Oh, sorry, ignore that. Oh no. Sorry about that. I'll restart it from this point. But that is the Ballet of Unhatched Chickens. Mussorgsky also wrote a piece of music. Let me set this up correctly. There we go. Called the Baba Yaga. Now, first of all, this is the piece of art that he based it off of. What do you think the music for this picture will sound like? I want you to think in your head just based off of this picture. And then I have a little secret surprise for you. There's kind of a secret animal hidden in this artwork. It's very hard to find. Take a look and see if you can figure out where is that animal. Now I'm going to show you on the next page, along with another picture that'll help explain what's a Baba Yaga, because that's a pretty strange word. So first, if you look here in the corner, you're going to see a pair of chicken feet. Down here is chicken feet. This is a house that is built on chicken feet. It is the hut of what is called a Baba Yaga. A Baba Yaga is supposed to be this Russian idea of like an evil witch who lives in her house, and this is her house. And to get away and escape from people, she has chicken legs that can run through the forest and get away. Now, if I go back and I play the music, it'll probably sound the way you might think when you picture someone kind of spooky and evil. It's got that dramatic, dark sound. Now, I could have you just sit here and listen to it, but in my opinion, that's kind of boring. So instead, I found a listening map. On the next page, you're going to see this image here, only much bigger. And just like before, you are going to track it, either with your cursor or finger. Now, I want to warn you, this one goes really fast too, and it has lots of repeat signs. And the repeat signs even trick me sometimes, and I forget. Oh, we have to go back. So just be mindful of that, and know if you get lost, it's okay. I will be here doing it with you, and even if I get lost, we'll figure it out. It does end very abruptly, so just keep that in your brain. It's because it goes into a new piece of music. So at the end, when it feels like, that's the end, that's on purpose. It's okay. All right, you are going to track with me. Get ready. It will go by quick. Up here, 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 3, 3. And it repeats. One, 2, 3. 5. There will be 2 more slides after this. Keep tracking. Back to here. Two, 3. Back to here. Get ready for our last part. This part's just a mush. It will cut off abruptly. And my lesson's about to cut off. See you next time.